Welcome students of class 12. We are discussing on the chapter that is D and F block elements. Today it is the part 3 of this chapter. So follow in the board that there is the elements of D and F block, that is group 3 to group 12. Now the some characteristics of this chapter of these elements are already discussed, that is the oxidation state, the color compounds or reason behind the color, the complex ion formed during, and the alloy formation and their crystal structures, etc. are also um, discussed. Now the enthalpy of atomization, what is the uh, reason behind the less reactivity of the transition elements are already discussed. Now there is the general trends in the group. So today's topic is the general trend in the group, that means the group property. Now group 3. So first of all, introduce with the individual group elements, that is the group 3 contains scandium, yttrium, lanthanum and actinium. So and the group 4, that is titanium, zirconium, hafnium. 5 vanadium, niobium, tantalum. 6 chromium, molybdenum, tungsten. 7 manganese, technetium, rhenium. 8 that is iron, ruthenium, osmium. 9 cobalt, rhodium, iridium. 10 nickel, palladium, platinum. 11 copper, silver, gold. 12 zinc, cadmium, mercury. Right? There are the D and F block elements, only the D block elements. Now the F block elements situated here. F block elements situated here. These are F block elements. F block or inert transition. And these are D block elements. Now, first of all, the scandium group or the group 3. So, from the group number, it is the general oxidation state is +3, and it is observed by scandium very well, and yttrium also. But scandium and yttrium are react vigorously with water and produces hydrogen gas, just like the alkali and alkaline metal are, alkali earth metals. Now, next one, the complex of yttrium used in the soft tools, that is memory cells and the soft machinery tools. So, the general oxidation state is +3, and the compounds of yttrium used in the making of soft tools. And lanthanides, actinides are that of the element, that is lanthanides and actinides. Next one, that is group 4. Now titanium, zirconium and hafnium. Now zirconium and hafnium, these have the same atomic size. Why same atomic size? Because of lanthanoid contraction. What is lanthanoid contraction? That is, when we filled up the inner orbitals, then the cell number is same, but the nuclear attractive force is increases. That is, effective nuclear charge is increases for the outermost electron, and for this reason the atomic sizes or the innerward attractive force to the nucleus is increases, for resulting a small size to the higher atomic number elements, and for this reason the zirconium and hafnium have same atomic size and they undergo the same kind of property. Titanium comes with, here the group valency is +4, and titanium comes with a compound like TiO2 where the titanium is in +4 oxidation state, and also zirconium and hafnium follow the +4 oxidation state. They forms oxides and halides, that is TiCl4, ZrCl4, HFCl4, and also the oxides. Next one, group 5, that is vanadium, niobium and tantalum. Here also, due to the lanthanoid contraction, niobium and tantalum comes with the same atomic size or near about same atomic size, and there is a property similarity between niobium and tantalum. Now in vanadium, the group oxidation state, here vanadium shows +4 oxidation state, better than, and but the rest of the elements it shows +4 oxidation state, but the rest of the elements shows +2 oxidation state in the preferred as +2 oxidation state. Next one, uses of these, that is the generally in making alloy. Generally in making alloy they are used. Tantalum carbide TSC is very hard compounds. Now next one, that is group 6, there chromium, molybdenum and tungsten. Chromium having varieties of oxidation state, and the maximum oxidation state possible for chromium is equal to +6. Molybdenum and tungsten also are very important. Molybdenum and tungsten are used as a metal for alloy formation. Chromium forms a large varieties of complex, that is the dichromate and the chromic oxide, etc. And next one, that is group 7. Now, some uses of the chromium, that is it is used in the chrome steel, nickel and chrome alloy, that is nichrome, and used to make elements for heater and electric furnace, that is nichrome. Molybdenum is used in the X-ray tubes, and some compounds of molybdenum and tungsten are used as catalyst. Next one, group 7, that is manganese group. Manganese also shows varieties of oxidation state, that is +2 to +7, and in every state there is a compound formation. The important compounds like potassium permanganate comes with the manganese as a central atom. Technetium and rhenium also comes under the alloy formation, and also the compounds of the alloy are useful in soft uses. Manganese steel is used in the manufacture of rail lines, rock crushers. Technetium is very expensive and used in the superconductor. Technetium is used in the superconductor. Next one, group 8, that is a very important group, that is iron is there, because iron containing the backbone of the industry is known as backbone of the industry, and here oxidation of iron is a +2, +3, etc., and it forms a large number of compounds. Next, cobalt group, cobalt, ruthenium and iridium. Cobalt, rhodium and iridium. Here iridium and forms a alloy compound which is very stable and used for the manufacture of different machine tools. Cobalt shows different compounds, and it is colored compounds are formed. The oxidation state of cobalt are +2 and +3, but the rest element, that is rhodium and iridium, it shows +2, it shows +3 in their oxidation state, preferred oxidation state. Next one is the nickel group, nickel, palladium and platinum. Nickel used as a hydrogenating agent, that is from alkene to alkyne, etc., and palladium, platinum also. Now next one, it is the groups 11, that is the copper group. Copper, silver, this is known as coinage group, and copper shows a different oxidation state. Silver and gold, so inertness, some kind of inertness towards the reactivity, because it are of the 9 configuration, and also the copper and gold used in the jewelry, and copper is used, for example, the copper sulfate, and copper is used as a catalyst in many reactions. Zinc group, it is a contradicted group because it is filled up electrons. Z cell is filled up with electrons. Now zinc, cadmium, mercury. Mercury is a metal, but it is in liquid form, as due to the adhesive force, due to the cohesive force in between the molecules. And the oxidation state of these elements are +1, just like the last electronic cell filled up with 1 electron. They are very powerful reducing agent. Galvanization of iron, that is the zinc is used as a galvanizing agent, and mercury is used in the barometric, etc., and also in the thermometer. These are the General trends in the properties. Basically, the oxidation state or the preferred oxidation state. Next one, the some uses of transition metals. So first of all, AgNO3. AgNO3 is used in the silvering of mirror and also in the useful reagent in laboratory. Silver bromides finds utility in photography. So is first of all silver nitrate. Next one is Bayer reagent. It is the dilute alkaline solution of KMnO4 is used to test the unsaturation. Next, Tollens reagent. It is used to test the presence of ketone. It is a solution of ammoniacal silver nitrate solution. Next one is Fehling solution. It is the mixture of copper sulfate, sodium hydroxide and Racheli salt. What is Racheli salt? That is sodium potassium tartarate is known as Racheli salt, and it is used to differentiate between aldehyde and ketone. Next one is the Benedict. It is the mixture of copper sulfate, sodium citrate and sodium carbonate. It is also used to differentiate between aldehyde and ketone. What is Benedict? It is a mixture of copper sulfate, sodium carbonate and sodium citrate. Nessler reagent. It is the alkaline solution of K2HgI4 and it is used to test the presence of ammonia. What is Lucas reagent? It is the zinc chloride, anhydrous zinc chloride plus concentrated HCl, and it is used in the differentiation of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. Fenton's reagent, that is a mixture of H2O2 and FeSO4 and can oxidize alcohol to aldehyde. Next one is vanadium pentoxide. It is used as an oxidizing agent in the contact process of producing sulfuric acid. Lindlar catalyst, it is the hydrogenating agent used in the hydrogenation of acid chloride to aldehyde, and process is known as Rosenman reaction. What is Lindlar catalyst? It is the palladium deposited over barium sulfate with a small amount of sulfur. It is the palladium deposited over barium sulfate and is with a small amount of sulfur. This is all the uses of transition metal. Now, in the next class, we will discuss on the some compounds, that is dichromate and also the permanganate, etc. Their preparation and some reactions regarding to this compound. So from this chapter, what is lanthanoid contraction, and due to the lanthanoid contraction, what are the similar size of the elements like zirconium, hafnium, niobium, tantalum, etc. and what is the inner core element or the F block elements. These are also comes under the contraction. So this is all about the general trends of the D block elements and also some typical compounds used to separate out or to detect different compounds, that is the Fenton's reagent, Lindlar catalyst, Benedict reagent, Fehling solution, Tollens reagent, Bayer reagent. We have to remind it all, and on the next day we will discuss on the next part of this chapter. Thank you.